Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, for a while now, I've lived without cable television, and that's really not what this video is about, but it led me to a series that I watch on Netflix. I do everything through the internet, so I have, my Xbox shoots the Netflix up to the TV, and that's the television I watch. Is all in one sitting, basically. I can watch a whole series or, whatever of a show. And the last thing I watched was The Colony, and it was the second season. I watched The Colony on the first season. Lots of again, this is an experiment, not a reality, example. They're obviously controlling some of the things of this, both good and bad. So, yeah, lots of comments there, but I don't want to get into it. The second one, though, the second Colony, I think they did a better job with it. I like the location a lot better. I think they just did better. They just did better with it. That's my opinion. So the ending, though, the ending was interesting. And I hope I'm not spoiling this for anybody who hasn't watched it yet and you plan on watching it. So what happens in the ending is they basically built their getaway contraption, which is a boat that they've hooked a fan to, and they basically made a fan boat. And they're getting away, and before they complete the getaway, two of these, all black SUVs rolls up with their lights flashing, and they're supposed to be representatives of this VOPA group, which is some made-up establishment that they made, but basically the government. And the VOPA people come up, and there's, I believe at this point, there's 7 of them. There's 7 of them still, something like that. How many? Yeah, not important. This guy gets out and goes, well, VOPA's here, all your problems are solved, but I can only take 2 people with me. I only have room for 2 people. And so, is there anybody who wants to go, right now? Because at this point, I don't think they knew when they were gonna be done. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Maybe this was all scripted. I don't know. And one of the females, raised her hand and said, I'll go immediately, go right now. Mind you, at this point, they have been together for 50 days. They've been dealing with all this stuff, and they stuck together, for 50 days. And just without a second thought, the one woman says, I'm going, that's it, I'm gone, bye. And she was gone, and her name's Siam. So Siam's out, she's gone. And then the ending, they get in their boat, and they're going off to this new location, and then when they get there, this gang of whatever people run out of the building that they were going to take that they thought was previously vacant, and then it's surprise, we already had it, you got nowhere because we blew up your house before you left. And so it ends with this kind of WTF man ending, and there was very much a tendency towards making the audience feel that, well, if you had gone with the government, that you would have been okay. And I understand that good TV is good TV is good TV, so having it end with kind of this, oh, did they make it? Did they not make it? Whatever. Even though it's a reality show, is kind of all right, I see what you were trying to do there, and maybe it's unrelated, but to put the slant that the government is going to help at the end of the day is just crazy talk. Completely and utterly crazy. And up through that point, they pretty much made it clear that this VOPA group was pretty much an absentee landlord. In the one instance where they did try to help them by dropping in food, they botched it and ended up causing more trouble for the colonists, because then people came in and tried to raid and all that stuff. So I don't know, there's something about that that just totally struck me the wrong way, because you're just you spent time with people in this mock situation, and even though I know they all believed it to be not real for most of the part, I think somewhere deep inside them they had to have some kind of community feel, some kind of bonding that they had done. And then they just up and say, nope, I'm going to give all that away, and I'm going to bail on this people that I've been working with for so on and so forth. And in her, they cut to these little confessionals that the woman that chose to leave does, and she basically says, I've got to look out for myself, I've got to look out for and I'm done, I can't deal with this anymore, and so on and so forth. And so it made me think about, if things were to really go bad, the mindset that, of having somebody be sitting next to you for 50 days or more and working together and struggling together and all that, and then to just have them turn around and betray you. And I don't want to say that she betrayed the other group, but in a little way she kind of did. So to have her just turn around and betray the group like that, think about if that was a real situation and you were talking about real hunger and real safety on the line. People will betray you at the drop of a hat. So I don't know, man. It puts less faith in humankind to me, or mankind, but at the same time, I'm not really surprised. I think that what happened was about what I expected to happen. Somebody was going to jump ship, somebody was going to bail, and I expected it to be her, or anyone. So something to think about, even though you built a rapport with people, you had all kinds of, whatever, times, good times, bad times, and you fought through it together, that some people are just going to look out for themselves. They're going to betray you, and you better have a plan for it. It sucks, but it's true. We talk a lot about our preps. Our preps. We're going to do this when this happens, and we've got 12-hour plans, and we've got bug-out bags, and we've got caches buried in the backyard, and along with all kinds of other stuff, and so on and so forth, and blah blah blah. But do we really talk about the people that we surround ourselves with, and what our status quo is going to be for those people? I don't know. I think we should spend a little time with that, because really, at the end of the day, no man is an army, and the whole I'm just going to do this on my own thing isn't going to work very well, particularly when you're trying to survive over time. And just the things that you need, depending on where you're at, resource-wise, when you work together, you're not going to be dead at the end of the day. You're not going to kill yourself and then have no time to protect yourself and have security and so on and so forth. You can't toil all day and all night to get firewood and food and then also stay up and protect yourself, or have the energy to do it when you need to. Yeah, that was a bit of a ramble, but alright guys, give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of stuff. Take it easy.